And are you refreshed? Good. Now what?
Thank you for giving me a chance to come up. I appreciate it. To say I'm not nervous would be a lie. I have a lot of questions. I'm not sure what topic to choose, but...
Well, what's on your mind? There's a reason that you light it up. What is it?
I'm very curious. I'm not a very religious person.
We aren't either. We're law-based.
Interesting. And I was born in a holy place. I was born in Nazareth, and sometimes I don't know, despite,
Why is it holy? We're not being disrespectful. We just want to know why you think that's a holy place. Because a lot of times, places that have been deemed that, and then a lot of people have returned there, and they have felt a certain way while they are there, and it causes an energy around a place. One day, in the very early days of Esther receiving us, she met a woman who was selling crystals, and she was talking about the power of the crystal and the attraction power of the crystal and the energy of the crystal. And they were beautiful pieces of stone. They were made into beautiful neck pieces. So Esther heard what she was saying about them and liked the idea of the resonance and the power of it. And Esther said to us, Abraham, which one should I pick? And we said, well, if they are as powerful as she says they are, get the biggest one. And then we said, and never go anywhere without it. And then Esther thought, that seems hard. And then we said, Esther, you are the vortex. And so we're saying to you, you are the holy place.
Appreciate it. To answer your question, I get the basis of, well, I'm not going to get into religion much, but I'm just going to say it's just...
Can you hear?
It's the, I guess because we know that it was a sacred city and it was a part of Christianity's maybe birth, but
well, since everyone on the planet is an extension of source energy, and that was the primary message that messenger was speaking, we think it is so interesting how few people speak the message that was spoke by the messenger that they revere so much. That the kingdom of heaven is within you. You are the vortex. You don't have to be in a place. So why are you all wadded up in religion? What is that about?
I'm not.
Well, then get on to something more interesting.
Yes. I'm not really wound up in it. My mind is open to learning new things. Your message is new to me. I'll just want you to know it's introduced to me 3-4 months ago. I've been listening to you through other forums, and I was so interested. And to be sitting here with you today it seems miraculous.
Well, if you had an opportunity to have a conversation with infinite intelligence, what would you want to know?
God, I don't know where to start. Really just like the gentleman before me.
We have some things that we'd like you to know.
Yes.
We'd like you to know that there's nothing serious going on here. We'd like you to know that we are not looking for followers, that we are interested in you finding what is important to you. We want you to know that there are many paths to what you seek, and that you have guidance within that will take you there. And our singular intention is to help make it easier for you to find your guidance. We don't want to be your guidance. We want to show you the way to your guidance, because you will never feel satisfaction if you just do what you think we are telling you to do or suggesting that you do. You will only find satisfaction when you find resonance with who you really are and what you really want, you see. And so many religions taught that, especially those at the beginning of those religions, and then it sort of got lost as one told one, told one, told one, told one. But the important thing to know is that everyone on the planet has equal access to source energy, and source is not defining one as more important than any other. All of you are important, receivers of whatever you need or want for the creation of whatever is important to you. You have goodness within you that you always feel resonance with. You don't need to worry about anything other than that. You know what feels good and what doesn't. That resonance is this guidance that we're talking about. And so there are thousands upon thousands of topics that we could consider and discuss and even debate. But none of them are as important as you understanding that you get to choose, and that there are whole hosts of source energies who are there to assist you in the accomplishment of your choices. And that is what source wants you to know. And if you are a student of this Jesus of Nazareth, or of Buddha, or Muhammad, or Martin Luther King, if you are a student of any of these former physical source energy beings who have expressed non-physical through their format, what you find in common with all of them is that they are turning your power back to you. Not one of them is asking to keep it for themselves.
Right. Appreciate that. I just a small thing I just want to ask. So I'm curious about where I am in my life. When I was younger, to the point of where I am today, I feel
right on schedule, doing extremely well. Don't second guess yourself.
That's great to know. Just like gentlemen before me, I feel like I'm a giver. I give, and some people, I won't talk about what I do, but I just where I am.
We know you are, and it's a lovely thing. We ask one thing: make sure you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on when you give, so that the message that you are giving along with your giving is, this is something that I'm inspired because of the profound power of your asking. This is something that you have attracted through me, not something that I'm giving to you. That way, you do not send a message that says, I give to you because I see you cannot accomplish for yourself. Just make sure where you're at when you give. You're giving for the solution, not to solve the problem. There are very different things. Can you feel that?
Yes. Yes, very interesting.
When you stood before Jesus dripping your illness, he didn't see your illness and he didn't talk to you about your illness. He knew your wellness. He knew it so unequivocally that your illness could not abide in his vibration. His vibration was so dominant that illness could not be there at the same time. And then he said to you, go forth and tell no one, because he knew if you went back and began talking about it to the others who had witnessed it, they would talk you back into the resistance that was preventing the wellness. You see?
Right. Very good. I can't help it. I just have to say I'm so appreciate talking to you.
Yeah.
After, so many months of listening to you.
Yeah. Well, that resonance that you felt is a really clear indicator that you are often in sync with your inner being. Because when you take pleasure from something that resonates with your inner being, it means it's resonating with you too. But it is important for you to hear this from us. We are not the last teacher that you will experience. Not the first, not the middle, not the last. There will be endless energies coming forth and giving you information in lots of different ways, you see. So just be easy about it. Just be easy about it. Don't follow us around and make a big deal out of this.
There was I was going to say one thing I experienced not some months back. I was just driving in my car, but there was a moment where I felt like I was being drenched in something, and I didn't get it. It's just a moment that when it hit me, I
Utter well-being.
I was just laughing. I was just smiling to myself, thinking, what was that? That was bizarre.
That was you catching yourself accidentally in a moment of non-resistance.
Interesting. I haven't felt that again. I've never felt it before. It's just that one moment. I didn't get it.
That's the nice thing about those moments. They're big enough to last you forever. It's you, in sync with you. So just keep thinking thoughts that jive with that. Don't think the thoughts that don't. If you could trace yourself back to that moment in time, one nice thing about driving is that it lulls you into some non-resistance. It requires enough of you moment by moment that you have to focus upon, and often distracts you from the things that have usually been your excuse to disconnect yourself from your source energy. And so it's a very common opportunity for you to receive conscious awareness of alignment. That's the thing that we want to emphasize. That was you consciously aware of a moment of alignment.
Wow.
Yeah.
I definitely want to experience it again, hopefully down the road again. And
We would like it in this moment, 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 in this moment. It can take a while. This moment, and this moment, and this moment, and this moment, and this moment. That's not a once in a lifetime thing. It's a what it feels like for me to be a cooperative component to who I really am.
I love it. Beautiful. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.